your comments quickly?
Well, what I'm concerned is that it seems like Raphael is trying to reframe this debate. He's trying to say that this is an issue of religious persecution and religious rights and determining who is or is not heretical, and that's not what this discussion really is about at all. What it's about is the behavior of a particular group and how that behavior may cause harm, not whether or not the group believes something correct or incorrectly. Now, in regards to certain claims made by Scientology that may lead people into a position where they may suffer, as was pointed out. John Travolta's son, Jet, was widely believed to be autistic. He never received care for autism, and many wonder how much better he could have done. So it is certainly the right of any parent or individual to believe whatever they wish, but
Absolutely.
that doesn't give them the right to do whatever they want in the name of those beliefs if it causes harm.
Okay.
I actually agree with that.
Go ahead, Raphael.
I said I actually agree with that. But the only thing is, talking about money, because we have talked about money a lot, you have other groups, I'm thinking about Reiki, for instance, where you have different stages, and the higher you want to go, the higher you want to be, there is an increase of the money you need to give. But of course, in Reiki, it's not as much, it's not so much as in Scientology. So we have to draw a line, a red line, to know when is the limit. But we have to be precise. We have to be precise. Otherwise, it will not be right.
No. You know? There is a big difference. We've tried to say and to define how many criteria we could say follow. We are dealing with a sect or a cult. The point is, when you are in the Scientology, if you want to go away from Scientology, you cannot go, because people grip on you and they try to bring you back, to send you sometimes in a foreign country, and to try to convince you that you have been in the wrong position, that you should, plea to be a good member again. So the point is, there is a third criteria which is very striking, is that when you are in face of a group in which each individual is holding the same speech, you see, saying the same things, whether you take them, then you have, might be a kind of sect, you know. But the main point is that you don't go out of a sect, and this is the case of Scientology.
Okay. Jens, let me finish on this question, and I'll give everybody their final say. What's the end game for Scientology, in your opinion?
The organization needs to stop hurting its members. At the moment, there's a very unclear financial situation. We don't know how much of the money, and these are very substantial amounts, which are being funneled in through purchases of big buildings, which are now empty. We don't know where the money goes. The organization will fight, and this is a fight to the death for the organization in question. And when I say organization, I mean the very top leadership, David Miscavige and a few others, who are simply bullying everyone at their immediate level below, and in the case of David Miscavige, bullying everyone, up to and including beating them up in public, locking them up, keeping them in a compound where the barbed wire is facing inwards. Okay. And that organization will not stop. They will not suddenly decide to become nice. And I really have no idea how it ends, and I hope it all ends with joy and sunshine.
Peacefully somehow.
Yes.
Okay, Rick Ross, final game or the end game for Scientology?
Well, Scientology's goal is to clear the planet, which means to basically enroll everyone in Scientology. So for them, the end game is total victory. The question for us is, what does that victory or that path to victory entail for the general public? And it seems to me that in France, what people are trying to do is defend and protect the public from being harmed by Scientology and its so-called technology. And that will be an ongoing effort that will take the foreseeable future. Scientology isn't going anywhere. They're a huge organization with vast resources, and they don't seem to learn from their mistakes, and they continue to perpetuate harm through their teachings and their behavior.
I mean, Rick, its celebrity status, particularly in the United States, is an extremely powerful tool for the survival of Scientology, is it not?
Well, absolutely, and Tom Cruise has become a kind of walking advertisement for Scientology, their poster boy, though his career, I think, arguably has suffered for it. But they have a stable of stars in Hollywood. Most recently, Will Smith and his wife Jada Pinkett Smith have been supporting something called Applied Scholastics and even funding a school in California. Applied Scholastics is basically using what L. Ron Hubbard called study technology. And it, like many of Scientology's related programs, Narconon, Applied Scholastics, and so on, is another door or entryway into Scientology itself.
Okay, very quickly, Jacques, endgame
Well,
for
I think
Scientology.
money making is also an aim, but I would say it's to have power on people, you know. And I think this is the main issue, the main aim of Scientology is to have power on the people and so that they follow their line.
Okay. Jacques, you will have the final word. Raphael, I apologize because we are completely out of time. I thought the clock was working more in my favor, so I'd like to thank all four of you so much for joining us tonight. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have. So coming up in just a few minutes, the news, followed by sports and the Champions League final. Ooh, another hour of Live from Paris when we come back. Do stay with us.